everyone, and welcome to Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, the next game in the Metal Gear Solid series, going by release order. So we're going back in time to Peace Walker, and I'm so excited. We're coming fresh off of basically finishing Metal Gear Solid 4, and that came to a very beautiful and emotional close, and you guys have been so positive and I loved the reception towards Metal Gear Solid 4. That was such an incredible experience, and to those of you who are still with me on this journey, let's just keep on pushing through, because Peace Walker is next. Going back to Big Boss, I can't wait to see what this is going to be like. Now, I know this is a HD edition of a PSP title, so it's basically going to be similar to Portable Ops, but I think better, maybe. And this is also, being a remastered version, it's going to hopefully run and perform better than Portable Ops did. I don't know what to expect. I don't really know what's going to be going down, so we're just going to jump in and we'll see where we're at in the timeline. I'm assuming we're back as Big Boss. Big Boss is where we're at. The way that I've been seeing, the Metal Gear Solid story play out at the moment is we've had, a lot of the previous titles getting pulled into Metal Gear Solid 4 and having all these plot threads and story stuff tied up. So now that that's been tied up, but then we're going back into the past again, are there going to be more retcons? Are there going to be some more stuff that maybe we didn't know, or expansion on what's already been sort of given to us? So I don't know who we're going to be getting. Are we going to see the Snake Eater crew return, like Sigint, Paramedic, Zero, that sort of stuff? Or are they going to be absent? Are they going to be doing something else? Is this sort of around the time that Snake and Zero are kind of at odds with each other? That's the sort of stuff that I'm curious to see that storyline get fleshed out a bit more. I know that Snake and Eva sort of reunited in Hanoi, so I'm like, does that happen in this game? Is that going to happen around this time? Are we going to see the creation of the twins? Are we going to see Liquid and Solid born? I don't know, and I'm so excited. So we'll just have to wait and see who's going to be in this game. If Campbell's going to be in it, if the Snake Eater crew is going to be in it, I don't know. So guys, enough talking from me. Let's get right into Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker and see what the hell this game's gonna be about. Something about peace, probably, right? Peace and walking. But I can't wait. So select the control scheme. Shooter type, similar to MGS4, and the action type, similar to that of Portable Ops. Hunter type, the configuration is similar to Monster Hunter Freedom. Sure, why not? I think it looks like we'll probably be looking at shooter type, I think. Action button, auto aim, reload, crouch, selecting weapon, attacking, aiming the weapon. Yeah, this is going to be what we're going for. I think the best bet for us is to just maintain the control scheme that is most recent for us. So I think we'll be doing that one. That looks fine to me. Yeah, shooter type. Let's just do that. We'll just stick with that. So MGS4 controls, in a sense, it looks pretty much the same. The year was 1964. The world was firmly in the grip of the Cold War, divided into the East and West. One of America's heroes had defected to the Soviet Union. The Boss, baby! She was known as the Boss, the mother of the Special Forces, and the soldier said to have led the Allies to victory in World War II. God, I want to see that game. However, the American-made miniature nuclear warhead she took with her was used to destroy a Soviet research facility. Alright, we're getting this refresh on MGS3. Facing full-scale nuclear war, the leaders of the world's superpowers held top-secret talks to avert Armageddon. The Soviet Union wanted assurance that this was not the work of Uncle Sam. They wanted America to eliminate one of its most legendary soldiers, the Boss. The person assigned to this mission was her closest apprentice, the soldier known as Snake. Snake made the anguished journey into enemy territory, eventually confronting and killing the boss at a fortress called Groznygrad, proving America's innocence and avoiding America's Holocaust, I think that said. Having saved the world, Snake was hailed a true hero and given the title Big Boss. Following the award ceremony, however, Snake disappeared. Interesting, because Portable Ops is after Snake Eater. But then this recap ends after MGS 3. Like straight after award ceremony? Robin Atkin Downs. Christopher Randolph? What's Christopher Randolph doing in this game? Huh. Soldiers Without Borders. 1974, 10 years after Snake Eater, 4 years after Portable Ops. Christopher Randolph's in this game. That's curious. Steve Blum.
Boss!
Oh. David Hayter. There's our boy. There's our Snake. Buff-ass boy. The legendary hero returns.
Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
It's his squad and they're all practicing. Free control time. In honor of the boss, did Snake cut a scar in his body to resemble it?
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your targets. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction.
Cool.
Look up.
Tutorial.
Good. Look down. Good. You should be familiar with the up and down controls now.
Yes.
Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
Cool. Let me just get a feel for the controls. Okay, so this is good. Aiming is the same. Ooh, this feels good. Yeah.
All right. Let's try up and down on the right stick one more time.
Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have just proceeded.
Look down. Good. You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
Okay, I'll play your game.
Okay.
I'll play your game.
Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right. Good. Look left.
Oh, it's inverted.
Good.
It's
You
inverted.
should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
Right stick. No. I don't... it's inverted. I hate that.
Okay.
No.
You can change the controls anytime in options.
Cool. Thank you.
Go with the method that works best for you.
Thanks, sir.
Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now. At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
Interesting. Cool. Crouch is good. We can move in crouch, which I love so much. And then we can go... But we can't.
Good.
We can't prone move like we could in MGS4.
Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful!
Yeah, that's interesting.
Good!
So we can't move in prone.
Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running.
Very used to knocking people over.
While running. Don't forget it.
Very used to running into people. I love it.
That's it. Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
I'm ready, boss. Love it.
Fine work, boss!
Thank you.
Next, we're going to practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the
Stun
stun
rod.
rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
Stun rod.
I'm ready, boss.
This is new.
Fine work, boss!
Okay.
Now we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Yeah, just have to do it in
Impressive,
his
boss.
direction.
Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the left stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Amazing.
Fine work, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Nice.
Fantastic! Again!
Again.
Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Good practice.
Fantastic! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss! When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
Okay.
I'm ready, boss.
Oh, that's amazing.
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears.
Did I not do it?
Next. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Next. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Next.
Oh, you can keep it going. Okay, I see.
Icon
Alright,
appears.
let's try that again.
Next. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. I'll explain it again. Next. Fantastic.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Again. Go.
This is an intricate one, so it's just like that. I need to work out the timing of when the actual icon appears.
Next.
Yeah, it's a bit weird actually.
Press the attack button when the icon appears. Next.
Because
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears.
what's interesting about it is you're waiting for the right trigger icon or the actual CQC icon, because I'm pressing both of them. It's just like the timing's a little bit weird. See, I pressed it there, and then it doesn't do anything.
Press the attack button when the icon appears.
See, because that does it. That does the thing.
And stop. That's it for today. Thank you, boss.
But you're able to get like 3 symbols or something if you do it like perfectly, I think. The timing on that's weird, so we'll have to practice that. Snake. Yeah, we'll just have to practice the timing on that CQC. But that's cool. Snake, David Hayter.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley.
Ah, it's Master Miller.
I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Interesting cars. Ah, I didn't expect Master Miller. That's awesome. We're back to that portable ops style of cutscene, though.
Here. Ah, thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
Who's that?
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
Galvez, yeah, Steve Blum, we love to hear it.
You see, over the past
Such a good
year,
voice.
there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua? No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized. What's your government's take? The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the US.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz Ortega. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace.
That's cool.
Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
Cars and Paz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in La Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Thank God.
She's
What the fuck?
Her mother died when she was small, and she lost
Why?
her parents in the Civil War.
Why?
She hates war with a passion like no other.
Why?
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
That zoom in was so unnecessary. Like, what the fuck was that? It was cool until you get as far in as you can, and then you're like, what the fuck? Why? This is a child. Prologue, an army without borders. Weird. Not necessary. I like this premise, though. Because I thought Master Miller was more...
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view.
Cool, so we've still got,
Settings. Use the start button to open the menu.
so we stay prone as long as we hold down on, the A button. Interesting. Looks like the codec, is in real time. We can also trigger the auto-aim or not. Can we manually do the codec? Co-ops communication, region map, area map. Mission details, options. Can I... aim mode, left and right, normal, thank God. That's still inverted. What? That's still inverted, guys. Aim mode. Oh, aim mode. Duh. There we go. What's up? My name is Chris, and I just never learned how to read.
Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off a round or two. Press the X and B buttons while holding RB to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with LT, then press RT to fire. How about a little shooting practice? Try hitting a coconut.
Interesting that the...
Select equipment by pressing the X or B button while holding LB. To check your map, press the start button to open the menu.
Binoculars,
The
rations...
M16 is a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire.
Miller will not shut the fuck up.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Ooh, sent to mother base. Okay, so if you actually... That's cool. Okay, improvements over portable ops. I like it. Improvements over portable ops is great. So right now, this is actually pretty cool. Codec being in real time is going to be a bit annoying if I'm in the middle of talking or doing stuff. I'm just going to have like Miller just going, shoot the coconut, Snake. But that's fine. Looks like I can't actually manually call him. If yeah, I can't manually call him. So that looks like it's legitimately a co-op thing, so we're gonna just ignore that. Outside of that, controls are fine. They're really good. Like, this is like peak controls for me for Metal Gear that I really like. So Miller's thing will pop up down the bottom when he's actually talking about stuff. Can we go first person? I don't think we can go... We can't go first person.
That's right. Nicely done, boss.
But we can do auto-aim. Wonderful. Okay, well, that's interesting. Just getting a feel for...
Your binoculars enable you to gather recon from a distance.
Cool, so... Binoculars, great.
To use the stun rod, first unequip any other weapons, then ready it with LT, and strike with RT.
Oh, they've changed it to Z. So there's a stun, and there's a... and Z. That's cool. So grenade, Mark 22, our favorite boy, stun rod as well. So we can just kind of change between two of them. And then also choose which one we want here. So what is this? Surround indicator. Visualizes nearby sounds as waveforms. So that is literally the motion, the radar. Cool. the introductory episode, guys. We take everything slow, make sure we wrap our heads around everything and figure it all out. But yeah, so something that's a neat improvement over portable ops.
A perfect target. Looks like you won't be the first to put some holes in it. Some peaceful paradise. That means you're not alone out there. The enemy could be near. Why not sharpen your skills here a bit before you bump into one of them? Press the back button to turn on auto-aim. Press back again to turn it off. With auto-aim, you'll lock onto enemies automatically. Only problem is, you can't target specific body parts. Auto-aim effectiveness will vary from weapon to weapon.
Cool. I like real-time codec, but I also like the ability to, you know, kind of choose and also have the option to do manual calls as well. Looks like items just refresh. I like the improvement that it just gets sent to, like, Mother Base instead of being like, nope, you can only hold on to 4 items at a time on a mission. So that's a good improvement over portable ops. What beautiful scenery that we have to start out on. I'm glad that we can change the controls to invert it. So it looks like that essentially no codec, live codec, and Miller's just going to be yapping in our ear the whole time. What I think is very cool. What I think is very cool about that is I assumed, based on Metal Gear Solid 1, that Miller was more associated with Solid Snake, like his master. It's a shame that we know how Miller's going to end up. We know that there's going to be like that big reveal of Campbell going, Snake! Master Miller was found dead in his home! That's not Master Miller! So there you go, Kazuhira. Japanese name for peace. Kaz and Paz, who is a young child, and we need to keep that in mind and not zoom in on her clothes in cutscenes, because that is ridiculous. But I'm very curious how Kaz will then link up with Solid Snake. Maybe he'll just like mentor him from a young age or something. But yeah, Soldiers Without Borders. So Snake disappeared after, I guess in this instance, after Portable Ops, because Portable Ops he was congratulated by a bunch of people.
The facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. Use LT to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with RT. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button.
It's hard because while there's Portable Ops canon status, it's like, is it canon? Is it not canon? It's literally referenced in Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes. Like, I don't know. Like, and that's the thing. And they talk about some stuff, but then at the same time, Peace Walker opens with, and then after the award ceremony at MGS3, Snake disappeared. You know, so Portable Ops does get thrown into question quite a bit. So for the sake of Peace Walker storytelling, let's just say that he disappeared and started doing the Soldiers Without Borders thing after MGS3. So he's ditched the country after, you know, in Portable Ops as well, after learning the truth of like what happened with the US and like the boss conspiracy, that, you know, he killed the boss, and we know how Big Boss feels about that and what he did based on his final meeting with Solid Snake at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, that he's just like not as soon as he killed the boss, like he felt like he died in a sense, you know. So sad. It's sad stuff. So that sort of, the events of Metal Gear Solid 3 were sort of like the catalyst or the trigger for Snake or Big Boss doing this stuff, going away from the US, Soldiers Without Borders, you know, and then ultimately being like a villain or antagonist for Solid Snake in the Metal Gear games. It's very interesting. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how this is going to progress. This is like, just have this so excited, and I hope you guys appreciate the fact that I'm just, whenever we start off and we've got the brand new Metal Gear Solid game, there's a lot to take in, a lot to analyze, place ourselves in the story and the timeline, and make sure we have everything sorted out. So bear with me while we figure it out, because I love Big Boss as a character, but I feel like we're getting closer to that point where we're seeing him becoming maybe potentially more villainous. It's interesting to note as well that David Hayter seems to be doing more of a blend of Big Boss but old Snake, even though he's not really old. He's continuing that sort of gruff tone of voice that old Snake had when he would end his sentences with, like, you know, CQC, like it drags on a bit, it's a bit raspy, but there's still a bit of Big Boss in there, so it's like he's toned it down a little bit, but it's still a little close to old Snake.
Don't you think you could use a little more practice?
So it's interesting to see that it's a like the voice direction there it's not like Metal Gear Solid 3 Big Boss. I mean, it's 10 years later, so there's room for change. Smoking does do a lot to the throat, but it feels a little too close to old Snake than to Big Boss. But I'm just happy to hear that voice again, you know. We arguably know that Metal Gear Solid 1 Solid Snake is the best voice, but and it only just, you know, goes in its funny little direction from there, but I digress.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Hieronymo behind. Break into the mercenary business for...
San Hieronymo, Portablops.
Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Portablops, baby. So, Miller was fucking around in the San Hieronymo Peninsula too.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the Professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
This damn thing moved like.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the Professor.
Oh, the stock door opening sound. Ooh. Fancy robot arm.
Smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary
CCCP.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. Stop using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
What about her? That was all just an act.
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Branding.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
It's Sony, though. That is Japanese.
What is that? A quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
Morse code?
So what?
Now it gets interesting.
I need to get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice
That's Laurie Allen.
confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero.
Yeah.
Criminal.
That's the boss.
What? The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss
myself.
is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this. Wait!
Snake?
Secrecy grab, baby.
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay.
For peace.
For peace, then.
The boss literally took a bullet to the face, I assume, lying down in that field, and then is literally in a grave. So this is one hell of a retcon if the boss is alive.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible.
I don't know. That's sus. Are we gonna...
This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
Do we trust a KGB agent who procures a recording of the boss speaking to someone, a British woman in her 30s, while playing a smash hit from 1973? Is there a way to fake that? Because the Big Boss just trusts that straight away. I recognize the voice of Laurie Allen straight away, but that's the boss. It's actually the boss's sister. That's weird. Because if the boss is alive, I don't know how I feel about that. Because her death is so important. Her death is like literally the Metal Gear Solid series. The theme of the boss's death and the actions and everything that happens after that, and carrying on the boss's will. However people interpret that in many different ways, is like, that's Metal Gear Solid. So she better not be alive. Otherwise, that's huge. It's interesting to note as well that Snake does reference events as 10 years ago, 1964, the end of Snake Eater, where he's literally just like, I stopped being called that name 10 years ago. I think it's getting more and more. This game is really drilling the point of like, portable ops. Yeah, it didn't happen as that experience. There was an event that happened at San Hieronymo, but it was not portable ops. Probable story events, bits and pieces, like having the reveal to Snake about what happened to the boss and like all of that stuff. Maybe he just didn't do it when he was under the name of Snake Big Boss, because he's going under Snake now, not Big Boss anymore, which is interesting as well. So I don't know. He ends up going back under the name of Big Boss eventually for Metal Gear, and then MGS4 when he reappears, and everyone calls him Big Boss. I guess we just need to play more and find out. We're back to a sneaking mission.
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings.
We're back to the sneaking mission in those Metal Gear Solid 3 jungle environments. What I kind of wish is, how good would this game have been on PS3?
Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To the right of that, you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will inhibit your actions. Your life gauge will recover with time. The sight gauge too. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better.
I don't know if this is entirely relevant to show on the screen. It's my health and sight gauge and my username. So I'm going to continue to sit myself in the corner because it really is just the best for everything. I have to place myself somewhere, so that's going to be the best for it. What I wanted to say was, how good would this game look on PS3, right? Like having the big boss, his face, all in that Metal Gear Solid 4 style. Like the graphics in Metal Gear Solid 4 were so good, and they still hold up. It's the only thing that kind of bogs it down is the frame rate. But if this was a PS3, title, this would have been insanely good, because it's really hard to go from, you know, the PS2 games that we love to, you know, it's Portable Ops is still within that realm of PS2 style graphics, so you can kind of buy into it.
Is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage. When you clear the jungle, you'll be there. Head east.
This would have been a beautiful PS3 game. Like, just to keep, like, that, you know, PS2, PSP era, that's fine, and then Metal Gear Solid 4 moves into the PS3, and then we just keep that going. Like, this would have been such a beautiful, beautiful PS3 game to take what they learned developing MGS4 for the PS3 and then throw that into Peace Walker. This guy, Big Boss in PS3 graphics, would have been so good. Doesn't look like they're moving. And I don't think as well, we don't have a camouflage. We don't have, obviously, the survival view is gone. We don't have that anymore. No backpack. But there's no camouflage. So it seems as if we just have the one uniform and that's it. No face camo either. So that's all we've got. So no camouflage. Just this uniform that kind of blends into the environment. And then this is how the map works when we go into new areas, I guess. It's definitely interesting. It's such a huge improvement over Portable Ops already. The graphics are kind of similar. The character model looks great for HD. Not very expressive, because it is a PSP model. But...
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Okay. Yes, Hideo, we know you made the game. This is a Kojima game, that's for sure. Yoji Shinkawa, baby. I'm wondering if this will maintain the same shortcomings that Portable Ops had in terms of the guard's point of view. Field of view, I should say, where you can be directly to the side of them, and they won't really point anything out to you. Love box, a bigger cardboard box.
What are you gonna use that for?
Might be able to fit 2 people. Love box. I feel safe. Metal Gear Solid 3 reference, maybe. I feel safe inside this cardboard box. This love box can fit 2 people. Except my camouflage is literally 0. Oh god.
What the?
I actually thought we did pretty well, but apparently not. So their field of view is improved. Their field of view is good. Oh god, there's a guy up there. I need to go up
I know
that.
I saw something.
Need to go up the stairs. I know I saw something. He's walking back.
You're looking for a 2-story building to the east.
Hang on, let me put my radar back on then. Yeah, this is where I'm headed. Just need a kind of, Ooh. Can he see? No. Okay. Let's just do this. I have to wait for him to do his walk back in order for this to work. But it didn't look like he could see me at all, looking downwards. Let's actually try and make do with the sneaking mission. Nice. Investigate the supply facility. Mission complete, baby. Ah. I'm gonna forget this point. I need to remember to bring this up.
Yes, sir, we broke them. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The barge is cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Oh. Oh, we actually... Oh, we're doing stuff in the cutscenes. Holy shit.
Where's it headed? What?
Interactive cutscenes.
Air suit! In the mountains!
What's up there?
These cutscenes are a step up. They're still awful quality, but they took a step up from Portable Ops. Yes, a floating JPEG. God damn, I wish this was on PS3. This would be gorgeous. Render the cutscenes, guys.
This is Snake. Kaz, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo Spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's weird having the art style and then it just like moves around in like a 3D space sometimes. It's really weird. There it is, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, baby. That was the introduction. That was the lovely, lovely introduction. Clear rank A, baby. Cool. Okay, so doing it in missions like this, and then you just run through and then you get ratings at the end of it. So that's interesting. There you go. That was the first mission. The opening and investigate the supply facility. Design specs for the M1C. Smoke grenade. Cool. Fancy stuff.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty. which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opinol will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or two already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test? Showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. Looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No
outer heaven.
No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
Cool. I have two things I want to talk about. That dude's red arm, CCCP. Is it the CCP? Like, is that Chinese branding? The CCCP? But he's KGB. Is this playing into the philosopher's legacy and having like China, KGB, and all of that, and the CIA all doing stuff together? Or am I just overthinking the CCCP? I don't know. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, CCP. That's a China arm. Maybe. I don't know. My second point was literally the first thing that I thought of when they were like, oh, the boss is still alive in Costa Rica. I was like, this is literally just like the fucking Tupac and Biggie are just chilling on the beach in Cuba alive right now meme. Like, and I was just like, oh, like, don't make me relate the boss being alive to Tupac being alive, like conspiracies. It's so stupid. MSF's mother base. It looks like Mother Base can support your mission in many different ways, from developing new weapons to collecting intelligence. So this is building on the portable ops stuff that we got to get into, which is when you had recruited people that would then develop things for you, and you could get secret characters. Like, we only got paramedic in my playthrough, but apparently you can get like everyone. So it looks like we got like a base in the water, helipad. Nice little tall building. Good stuff. So R&D, research and development, weapons and items, view staff, roster and form teams, play a match versus other players, which is interesting, save options, button title, and mission selector with the big old peace symbol there. So that's cool. We've also got a model viewer, so we can just... just literally check the model out of Mother Base. So I'm guessing maybe this changes over time or something. There you go. Cool. Well, maybe that changes over time and we can keep checking it out. So research and developments. The tutorial on how to develop weapons and items. Let's have a look. At Mother Base, develop new weapons and items for use in missions. This icon shows you're able to start developing. To do so, you will need the amount of GMP funds displayed, which is top right. Okay, so you can like improve your weapons and stuff. If you run out of GMP, development may come to a halt. More powerful weapons and items will make difficult missions that easier. This concludes the tutorial. Cool. So basically, I can look in weapons. To make it go up to rank 2, we need GMP to make that happen. Cool. Oh, model viewer again. Okay, so you can model view the actual thing, and then it gives you like a description of it. That's cool. I actually quite like this. This is an interesting little feature. We can rank up the rations as well. I'm assuming you just recover more health. That makes the most sense. What are these? Very few rare items acquired during missions, ammo reserves, and uniforms collected. Okay, so there are uniforms. Okay, so these are like the design specs. Bullets, uniforms. So we can't preview the uniforms in this menu. Wonderful. Okay, that's interesting. Our staff roster. Would you like to view the staff assignment tutorial? Let's give it a look. Mother Base is divided into several teams, including the combat unit, the R&D team, and the waiting room. Dividing your staff between the teams and raising each team's level, you will be able to develop new weapons and items over time. Auto-assign in the waiting room to automatically assign staff to teams according to their abilities. I'm probably going to use that a lot. Recruiting talented personnel and exploiting their talents with the right assignments is the key to expanding Mother Base. This concludes the tutorial. Cool. And they've all got cool names again as well. We've got a whole team already, like, off the bat. That's cool. So, Miller, who's unique, and everyone else is normal. Miller's super interesting. I wonder how, like, I'm really curious to see what happens with him. Eagle. Cabbage, my boy Cabbage. Yes, you're gonna be absolutely vital to this operation, Cabbage. Peccary, Ostrich, Frill Shark. Yes, man, Frill Shark. Look at that headband. Man after Snake's own heart. Bobcat, Alligator. Look at that jaw. Lobster, Bluegill, Magpie, Rhinoceros, Moonwrasse, Lungfish, Koipu, and Auto-Assign. Auto-Assign, man, what a mysterious individual. I'm going to just automatically assign everybody in here. Just chuck them all in. Ready for development. Rank 2. Yep. Hell yeah. Auto-Assign, baby. So I've got a combat unit and an R&D team. I'll be fine with auto-assign. I don't think I'm going to fall too hard into that stuff, but we'll look into it. But now I've got 25k GMP, so we can now do this. What changes, you know? That's the thing. What changes? Let's pay the GMP. So now that is in progress. In development. Cancelling development. Alright. Cool. We can't do anything here yet. We can start doing this. I'm just going to start doing some stuff. Because why not? We've got the GMP for it. What is this? The analyzer. So that's the development status. Alright. Good stuff. Alright, I'll save the game now that we've done that stuff and auto-assign some guys. So, overwrite that data. Saving content. Save successfully. Alright, let's embark on the next mission. Ramon Galvez Mena. Weird. Ah, no, the loading screens go too fast. I wanted to see that character model. So the character models are right there in front of my eyes, and they look gorgeous, but they're in a loading screen, not in a cutscene. But he's sitting there with his red arm, and he looks pretty cool. Select the mission that you wish to participate in. LT and RT to switch tabs. You can play co-ops missions by connecting to Xbox Live to become the host. That's cool. Hey, if anyone has Peace Walker on Xbox 360, we could organize some games. Probably not in the Let's Play series, but after that, at some point, we could organize something. That would be cool. Because I don't know who else would be playing this game. So it looks like we've done the opening, investigate the supply facility, so we have to... Snake has knocked out a radio soldier. Use Fulton recovery to retrieve the radio soldier. Killing the radio soldier will result in a mission failure. Interesting. So we got a time limit before the soldier wakes up. Time penalty for triggering an alert. So we need a Fulton recovery system. And then delve into the swampy jungles of eastern Limon and make your way to the Sandinista hideout where you'll make contact with the Commandant. Okay, let's do this. Let's recover this guy, so the Fulton
The boss
recovery.
has infiltrated the area around the coastal supply facility and knocked out the soldier there. But we can't just leave him there to be found. I need you to get in there and capture the unconscious soldier using the Fulton recovery system. Do it quickly before he comes to.
Awesome. A mission has been selected. Briefing files to review the radio mission briefing. Mission prep to select the weapons, items, uniforms, and other options. Start mission. So we select the like camouflage and everything before we go. So briefing files about this mission. Okay, so it looks like that Miller and Pars will both give us the details. Pars is super clean. Like, that is like anime character. Miller's cool. Briefing
Snake,
files, baby.
You can use the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system to send prisoners and unconscious mercenaries you encounter back to Mother Base. I know you've used the Fulton before, but just to make sure I'm not missing anything, let's review the steps.
Okay.
First, attach a balloon to the unconscious enemy or captured prisoner.
Right. I hook a wire to their waist, and on the other end of the wire, there's a helium balloon.
Right. Then we'll send over a chopper to catch the floating balloon with its recovery hook and reel it up into its cargo hold.
And that's it?
And that's it. We finished installing the recovery hook on the Huey.
Wait, Kaz. Something doesn't make sense about this whole process.
This again.
Well, normally, Fulton recovery is for when you're using fixed-wing aircraft. With a helicopter, isn't it simpler to land and pick up directly?
Listen, Snake. You're going to be calling for recoveries repeatedly throughout your mission. We want to keep the risk of taking enemy fire to a minimum. The best way to get that done is to do the recovery in a high-speed flyby. That's what the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system is for.
Uh-huh. What's the real reason?
Helicopters are cheaper, and the repair bills will start adding up once the bullets start flying.
I thought so. Guys, I know we need to keep costs down, but...
Boss, you really need to get rid of this whole army mentality. We're not the Pentagon. We don't have billions of taxpayer dollars to play with. And besides...
Fine. Just pick a reason that makes sense.
Helicopters have quicker response time. Sounds strange, yeah, but it works great. I promise. You'll get used to it before long.
Yeah, I hope so.
The boss's humor is intact, though. The boss's humor definitely intact. So I'm fine with that. Like, I love that is super consistent with MGS3. Okay, so this is like about the mission. Pars actually has a bunch of stuff about Costa Rica, unarmed neutrality, natural environment, herself, and the Costa Rican coast. So what I'm actually going to do is, because this looks like it'll be just like a lot of like lore related stuff to what's going on at the moment, is I'll listen to these right at the end of this episode. So in case you guys don't want to sit through listening to 5 audio files at the moment, I'll put it at the end. We'll listen to these. We'll get it in, because I definitely want to soak up everything that this game has to offer. But as it doesn't look like it's relevant at the moment, that'll be okay. This, I believe, is the data tape. This is Paz's tape, right? So this is the voice of the boss. Let's listen to this again, though.
Number of warheads detected by the dew line.
57.
Number of MIRVs included.
Minimum 29, maximum 35.
Target region.
United States, East Coast.
Estimated time of re-entry.
2048 Zulu.
President selected attack option.
Unknown.
The president is dead.
Unknown. Communication has been lost.
I select Offutt Air Force Base as my target.
Offutt? But that's a U.S. base. What on earth do you mean?
Based on the projected number of incoming warheads, Washington, D.C. is presumed destroyed. The president is most likely dead. The U.S. government's control lost.
I realize that. So why not retaliate?
With both sides destroyed, global anarchy would ensue. Recovery would be difficult. The United States' nuclear strike capability must therefore be neutralized in order to preserve the communist bloc, where government remains largely intact.
You're siding with the enemy. You can't be serious.
Tell me, How do you define enemy? There are no borders in this world.
The same conclusion again and again. Where is the flaw? All right, let's try something else. Commencing test.
Understood.
You're crossing a suspension bridge.
Is this my mission?
Yes, your destination is the other side. The bridge is wide enough for only one person to pass at a time. A man is approaching from the opposite side. He's carrying a gun.
I shoot him.
Suppose he's your husband.
I shoot him.
In self-defense?
To spare him the grief. One must die, and one must live.
Next question. Your father asks you to fix the roof and mow the lawn. When you climb the ladder onto the roof, the ladder is taken away.
I fix the roof.
And when you're finished?
I jump down.
You'll break more than bones at this height.
I see no need to change my decision. I have not finished mowing the lawn. I must remain loyal to the mission.
Next. There is a snake in the bushes. It is poisonous. I need you to get rid of it.
I chase it back to its nest.
You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's already killed many people.
I chase it away.
It will bite you unless you kill it.
Go home. Kill me. Kill me now.
Why not kill the snake? Your mission is to get rid of it. Is this what you call loyalty? What are you loyal to? Country? Ideology? Feelings?
I am loyal to myself.
Who's there?
Who's that? Intruder!
Suspicious. The boss is talking super weird. Someone's commencing a test. It's like Blade Runner. It's like the replicant. It's like doing the test of like cells. You know. It's not right. There's something weird about that. It's like commencing test. You're at a bridge. Like, I shoot him. I love how it gets caught up on the snake. You like the snake's killed too many people. Like, kill the snake, and it's like no, like chase the snake away, and then like kill me now. There's a really weird personality thing happening there, but it's just like it's like she's doing like a Blade Runner check, like a Blade Runner test, to see if it's like a replicant or to figure it out, to do whatever. But it's weird. I don't get it, and I don't buy into it. It's sus. If that's going to be something where there's like, I don't know, the boss survived with head trauma of like a bullet wound, and maybe they have to like, you know, recalibrate her brain. Like maybe like there's potential for that, but it's, I don't know. She's talking weird, and that could be a result of that if she's still alive. But I think it's a little bit sus. So mission prep for my boy here, character of Snake. We can change the uniform. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at these cool uniform poses, dude. Oh, and it says the rankings for everything as well. Buff boy. Black. Yeah. Blue. White. Okay, so just basically yes, dude. Pink snake, water, tree bark, DPM, comrade, G&J, naked, black, naked. Oh, okay, so you can just do naked, but all the other colors. Cool. I like. Obviously, it looks like this is a flat B with one A, but it looks like you can kind of get a bit better with things. So we're essentially going back to where we were before. So I think it's probably a good idea for us to maybe get a bit more, I don't think we've got one that's like the best for concrete. Everything is like at least a B for concrete, so I'm gonna just get some stuff that's like all Bs, but we can get some As, so like tree bark. Yeah, let's do DPM. Survival. You can edit your comms if this was a co-op mission. and then you can change your items as well. So we've got the camera and the Walkman. So they've kept like the sort of iPod thing from MGS4, so allows you to change the background music. I'm not going to do that though. We've got the Fulton System now, so the Fulton recovery system, so personal recovery and evacuation. So we chuck it on someone and instead of having to drag them back to the truck like portable up. So that's cool. I think we are just fine with what we have, unless I guess the stun rod is like automatically with us no matter what then, because it's not in here. Let's start the mission. Snake is not available on this mission. Oh. MSF soldiers only. That's what that was. Oh, that's why it says Snake NA. Interesting. Okay, so I can use literally anyone else to go and recover this guy. Who was the guy that I said would be the best boy? He's not... They didn't put him in the combat unit. I said he would be the best boy, and I already forgot his name. We're going to go with Alligator. Alligator's going to be our guy, who's just wearing a mask anyway, so he doesn't have a unique face. Okay, so you can actually change all of them. Yes, they can be naked too, except they keep the mask on. Kinky. So let's just chuck on what we were doing and just run it like that. So there we go. Start the mission. Cool, so crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out. There's Pars. Cool. So there's our target.
Use Fulton Recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton Recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button.
This is so cool. So I like that you go in with like, you choose the operative instead. So that's the guy that we need.
You could probably climb that if you had someone to lend you a hand. Looks like that soldier's out cold. Try using Fulton Recovery on him.
Up he goes. Whee!
Okay, you're done with that area. Head for the goal.
Lovely.
Hey, that was great. Can't wait to see what else you can do.
And then you just fly out of there. No, that's so cool. You just like, put your little balloon on, you like zip out. No. There he is. Look how cool he looks, dude. Like that's the graphics. That's what we need. One minute mission, baby. S rank. We the best. Enemy soldiers extracted. Yeah, cool. So, the following words can now be infused with heroic spirit here. Wonderful. And we got a hobby magazine. The loading screen is teasing us with those character models, man. A personnel report has arrived and a report from the R&D team. So we can return to the mother base to receive reports. They bothered to render those MGS4 quality character models. There you go, we got the rank 2 Hush Puppy. And Analyzer rank 1, device that analyzes information about enemies when equipped, displays various information. It's invaluable, apparently. Alligator has increased. Parameters went up due to experience in the combat unit. Cool. One new member joined the unit. New item developed, new weapon developed. Good stuff. So now we can kind of check out what's going on here. That's it, I guess. We just upgraded it to level 2, so nice and easy. So we got a new guy, Blue Mackerel. Looks like a nice little mugshot there. Let's chuck him in. Auto-assign him to a team. Save the game. And then we've got another mission to get into. So we rescued that guy flawlessly. Time to embark on another mission. Exactly, we only know how to fight, but we refuse to. God damn it, the loading screen's so quick. I want to get that stuff, but I cannot.
Snake, I rigged that radio so you can contact our young lady friend Paz.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information. Besides, that little Angel de la Paz is the one who gave us this mission, right?
I guess.
I'll put her on.
Snake.
Paz, where are you?
Ciudad Colon. At school. The teacher told me to stay here until things quiet down.
Ah, yes.
Teacher.
The Colon School.
Oh, him. He's... Yeah, that's probably good advice.
See, he has a radio in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace, and...
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
Thank you. Snake, if you need to know about Costa Rica, the geography, the climate, the wildlife, anything, just ask me. I know about its history and laws too. We learned it all in school.
Got it. I have a question. I'll ask. What?
In school, I also learned that peace is an unnatural state for human society, and that war is a constant threat to our relationships with others.
That's right.
So, to achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable, and I hope they turn out to be right.
Yeah, me too.
Peace is in your name. Who better to help bring it back?
Thanks, Snake. I will be here whenever you need me. See you later.
Snake, use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Paz can help you out.
Good to know.
We'll follow their transport route. This should take us straight to their main base.
From what I've seen, it looks like nukes.
Agreed. The key thing now is to confirm whether those spears really are what we think they are, and if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
Cool, so we can recruit other players to play co-op, select host. So we'll play it single. I'm preferring to play it single. Super interesting stuff. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to jump into this mission. Listen up, for us there is no victory. That's a good character model for Snake too. Chapter 1, A Country Without an Army. Let's get into it, dude. I'm assuming we'll get more character renders the more people we get introduced to.
Head for the FSLN boathouse. It's northwest of there. You can use the radio you just picked up by pressing the start button to open the menu window. You know you can assign the radio to the back button by choosing options from the menu window.
Fuck yeah, cool. Okay, awesome. We can actually get the radio, so that's cool. Codec call, use codec. But in the options, back button, codec call. That's right. So that's why. So when we were able to change the back button before, it didn't have the codec call even in there as an option. It was like it's either the auto aim switch or the communication. So now that we can change it to the codec call, That's good. I was worried that it was just going to only be, like, live commentary.
This is Miller, hearing you loud and clear. You know you can assign the radio to the back button by choosing options from the menu window. A truck from the coastal facility. Huh. But it's not carrying any cargo.
Cool. So pressing it just kind of triggers dialogue.
We're counting on you, boss.
Okay. So I can't choose who to talk to.
The boathouse is to the east. Head eastward.
So I can't call pals manually. I guess. Because it just has use codec and then it will only speak to Miller, not Pars. So, okay. Is what it is. Maybe she'll just call us or talk to us in particular moments, but it does state, like, if we have a question to reach out. So that's why I'm kind of a bit confused about it. Just waiting for him to turn around and then I should be able to push through. He really isn't. He's just going to sit here for ages. Oh no! Let's push back. I'm going to commit to this being a sneaking mission. This other guy might be a problem, however. Or not. If this was another Metal Gear game, I would have got caught. If this was not a PSP title, I would have got caught. That's for sure. I think their field of view is still not as good as the other Metal Gear games that can spot us from so far away. I'm assuming we can't...
That area is not part of the mission.
Yeah. It's like, I'm assuming we can't go that way.
The yellow butterflies around there are
Oh.
silver spots. They apparently eat poisonous leaves and store the poison in their bodies.
Well, there you go. Okay, so you don't get to choose to call her, but when I press the back button, it has a chance to bring her up to say something to me.
Yellow butterflies around there are Juno silver spots. They apparently eat poisonous leaves and store the poison in their bodies.
The boathouse is to the east. Head eastward.
Alright, these locations are very, very tiny, but it shows what we've already explored before, which is cool. So we're in the swamp now. Maybe I should have gone with the swamp camouflage for this mission. Alright, we got a decent group here.
Wait.
Cool.
Press the attack button near the enemy to initiate close quarters combat.
What's going on?
I just want to see what doing tranquilizing is actually like. Cool. Not gonna try and sneak everyone.
We'll keep it here at the base.
Ah, that's good. You can pat them down for items instead of having to drag them. But that also wakes them up. That also wakes them up. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
The boathouse is to the east. Head eastward. The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
Okay, let's have a look. One by a turret, 2 on the ground, 1 in the watchtower, 3 on the ground actually. I love the ability of... I love the use of this camera angle. It allows me to do so much. Oh, that's not a good idea. I'm assuming the guy in the watchtower would probably be able to have a much better field of view. Let's see if I can get up there to him first.
Neutralize the soldiers. You might even tranquilize or knock them out.
What is it?
They heard you. They're good. They know someone's there. They'll be coming to check it out.
What happened? Someone attacking? The enemy's attacking! Going to alert status!
Understood. Maintain heightened alert.
I have to use something that's not silenced to to blow that up, I think. Okay.
I think I see someone.
No, you don't. You're asleep.
HQ, come in.
This is HQ.
What is it? This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Stay vigilant.
Ooh, that's... Yep, alright. I'll take it. I don't think we're all clear, though. How far away can I be before he sees me? Look at this. Look at this. Buddy. No.
Good. Now meet with the FSLN Commandante. He's inside the boathouse.
Cool. Into the boathouse we go. I could have probably checked out some of those other doors, to be honest. Oh, and then it'll go into a animated cutscene instead of yeah, okay. Yep.
Stay away from me! Don't touch me! Get away! Guinness! Hexe!
No way.
What do we do?
Sandinista's right. I'm looking for someone.
Mi viejo! Shh! He's dead. They killed nuestro viejo.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax, I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar? I'll take whatever you've got. I owe you one. But I prefer cigarettes, you know.
Amanda
A little
Valenciano.
like El Che, no? You Cubano?
Great Delano.
Colombiano, a photographer. I came to Costa Rica to take pictures of birds.
Birds?
Yeah, quetzals.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's only...
Let me smoke too. We can talk until I finish this. Chico!
Tell me what's going on here.
This place is crawling with soldiers. They don't look like private security. More like hired guns. They're loaded with the latest gear from all over the world.
I heard they're a security force hired by Cordesa.
Yeah, and I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
UCLA's? La CIA.
I saw them
La CIA.
setting up shop in town. They're planning to do here what they did in Chile.
If that's the case, what are they after?
Whatever it is, it's not us.
You don't think they're here to push you back into Nicaragua?
Impossible. Too much hardware. Too many bases. Didn't you see? They've got helicopters, tanks. It's like we're in Da Nang. There must be something else.
They have a base near here.
There's a factory to the north, across a suspension bridge.
Factory to the north, across a bridge. Have you seen a big transport boat? Mercenary crew on the Rio del Jade.
You mean the barge? It's upstream from here. Up toward Irasu.
Any idea what's on it?
I could introduce you to some of our compas up there, but I don't recommend going to the mountains. We've lost a lot of people there. They take us captive, torture us for information about our compas, and then they kill us like pigs.
Got it! All right!
This was our last hideout, the final refuge for El Frente, after being pushed out of Nicaragua and into this peaceful paradise of Costa Rica. Then, El Monstruo attacked.
A monster.
Y mi viejo.
Death of the father.
Papa, he was la esperanza, our hope.
Now that Papa's gone, my sister's la comandante de la revolución.
Do not listen to him. Papa was a hero who fought by Sandino's side. I am only his daughter. You need a special talent to become cacique. It takes someone great to unite all of Las Compas.
Sorry to interrupt, but leaders don't choose themselves. Neither do heroes. You carry on his legacy of La Esperanza, and they'll follow you, no question.
You think so? My compas trust me, but not one of them calls me comandante.
Amanda!
See what I mean?
El Colibri!
That's the drone, isn't it? Yeah.
Get down!
Oh. The interactive cutscene stuff is so cool. It's kind of funny. I love it. Dude.
What the hell?
Es un hombre nuevo.
What the hell?
A robot.
Oh shit.
No, he won't survive the fall.
Out of my way! Better for him to die at the hand of a compa and suffer their torture. Stay here. As long as I'm still alive, I might as well retain.
These cutscenes are so much fucking cooler than Portable Ops. Like, there's, like, the angles that they're doing. Now, it's mostly 2D, but, like, they operate it in, like, a 3D space, and it's really fucking cool. Like, I would definitely prefer normal cutscenes, but it's definitely a step up. A huge step up from Portable Ops, while still maintaining that same visual style for the PSP games. QQ, baby, rank A. And then new design rank.
Snake, what was that thing?
Whatever it was, it looked unmanned.
Unmanned? I'd heard rumors, but an operational unit?
What the hell is going on here?
Not to quote Amanda, but the hardware they've got here isn't just unusual, it's overkill, which means one thing, it's nukes. So the question now becomes why?
We can't make that call yet. We need more intel.
How? Our source is dead.
But his daughter isn't.
Good thinking. We can follow her. Head for the next outpost and make contact with Amanda if she's still alive.
Roger.
What's that robot? Is it some kind of Metal Gear? It's gotta be some kind of Metal Gear. Back to Mother Base. And we'll sort our stuff out. So, there we go. So, missiles, baby. Lungfish went up. Hell yeah. Great stuff. Cool. So I'm going to save the game here, guys, and I think that is a great opportunity just to bring this episode to a close. So the introductory beginning episode to Peace Walker, it's off to a great start. It's got those similar vibes from Portable Ops in terms of the presentation, but definitely taken to the next level. Like, they got comfortable on the PSP, they knew what they were doing, refined control scheme from Metal Gear Solid 4. It's all in all a much better experience. So this is really cool. Like, I'm just playing this and like I wish so hard that this was like a PS3 quality game and this could have been like a Metal Gear Solid 5 at this point, you know, if they fleshed this out on a level that wasn't on a handheld system, and that would have been awesome. But regardless of that, I'm still having a great time, and I'm loving being back as Big Boss, and I'm super excited to see how this is going to go. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you stick around. Please do like and subscribe, especially if you want to come through on this series with me, as I've been playing through all of the games and loving the journey so far. So guys, thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you next time. Cool, so having a look here, what it actually seems like we can do is, in the briefing files, it has like about the mission itself, which it has like a bunch of stuff that gets added in here. So I have a feeling these are the like codec calls that you can replay that played throughout the mission, I think. And then Pars has a whole bunch as well that was not here before we did mission stuff. And then if we go into file library, these are the Costa Rica items, except there's now an extra one. And then Miller also has a bunch of stuff talking about things like about himself and everything like that. So I'm going to play these, and we'll see how we go. We'll see how long these calls are, because Costa Rica then goes into Costa Rica, the Civil War, policy shift, like all of this. So there's actually a bunch in here. So I think in terms of actually learning about Costa Rica and its areas themselves, I'm probably gonna just listen to those off camera and just absorb that information, because I actually was like, oh yeah, there's only 5. Nope, they're actually subfolders. So let's get some information about Pars, and then about cars as well, and we'll see how we go. So let's have a listen.
My mother was the one who named me Paz. She said it was an expression of her wish that the country stay at peace. It is a pretty common name in Central America. My mother always used to tell me, never make war. Always help keep the peace.
I remember. Your grandparents.
Yes. They died in the Civil War. I think that is why my mother hated war so much.
That's another thing you've got in common with Kaz. His mother named him Peace, too.
See, because Japan also suffered through war. I think I know how Mr. Miller's mother felt.
Cool, so that's about Pars. Then we got the peace sign.
You like the peace sign, huh?
See, as a gesture, it connects every peace-loving person. Here, you try it, Snake. Peace.
No thanks, it doesn't suit me.
Too bad for you.
You know, the V in the peace sign comes from the V in victory. When did it start standing for peace?
I am not completely sure, but I guess it came out of the protest movement against the Vietnam War. Oh, and do not turn your hand around when you do it. Especially around British people. It is insulting.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
So, you live alone now?
No, not alone. I've been living in school dormitories since I started junior high. After my mother died, my relatives took me in, but they were not my real family.
You didn't fit in there?
In a way. My aunts were kind to me and all. But I know how difficult it must have been to suddenly have a child thrust into their lives. When you live with someone, there are no secrets. I could tell my being there was a burden on them.
Sounds like a rough childhood.
I would not say that. I was lucky just to have people take me in. There were huérfanos living out in the streets because their mothers died. It is even worse in countries with frequent civil wars. So, who am I to complain about my childhood?
You're a pretty tough kid, you know.
Not at all. I am not strong at all.
Okay. So that's about herself, and then let's get some information about Miller as well, because he's got information on the clients, he's got information on MSF, on Mother Base. Like, there's so much, like, lore going in here at the moment, and talking about, like, you know, going back to the Cuban Missile Crisis, how to pronounce CIA, La CIA, peace constitutions, like, and about himself. How Miller met Snake. This is right. This is what we needed.
Life's funny sometimes, isn't it?
What brought that on?
We first met as enemies on the battlefield. And now here we are, fighting side by side.
You mean Colombia?
Yeah. After I quit the JSDF. I made my way there and got myself a position as a drill sergeant for a band of revolutionaries. Despite the fact that I'd never seen a day of combat.
I see you had the gift for talking business in Spanish even back then.
Oh, come on, stop it. You're making me blush. Unlucky for me, though, you were in the service of the Colombian army. I remember it like it was yesterday. It all happened in an instant. You guys ambushed us, and half my unit was taken out. My mind went totally blank. I couldn't keep it together. My whole unit was wiped out. And I was left half dead from a bomb blast.
Then, as I was leaving, you yelled out at me. I came all the way from Japan to be here. My place is on the battlefield. Then you asked for my help, saying, I want to be the one to end it. I remember being surprised that there were still samurai in Japan.
You guys came over to me. I had a grenade hidden under me, but even then you were too fast. The second I pulled the pin, you grabbed the hand I was using to hold the grenade with both palms.
I didn't want it to go off.
CQC.
I'd heard samurai were a proud bunch. I wanted to know why one of them would stoop so low as to try to take his opponent with him.
And I said, I'll never lose again. We'll never lose again.
Yeah. We'll do whatever it takes, but we'll never be beaten again.
Then, I passed out from the blood loss. When I woke up, I was in your camp's infirmary, stuck full of tubes. Why'd you save me? Your enemy after I tried to kill you.
Because you swallowed your pride and fought with everything you had.
I just didn't want to lose.
You found a way to fight back, even in the face of death, even when you knew you were going to die. That's the mark of a true warrior. It's not about gain and loss, or victory and defeat. I looked at the way you lived your life and saw the path I needed to take. As a warrior.
Wow. I never knew that. And that's why you...
I realized then that the battlefield doesn't only divide people into allies and enemies. Sometimes it tells you more than just who's an ally or who's an enemy. Sometimes it helps reveal your true comrades.
Like you and me, huh?
That's right. And 2 years later, here we are.
2 years later, cool. So 1972 is when Miller met Snake in Colombia. So that's cool. I love how it's funny because they're trying to tell you how Miller met Snake, and it's not like, you know, Miller just doing a recording, like telling the story, like talking about it. It's them having a conversation about it, but it's so funny because it's like, oh, and then I passed out from the blood loss, and then you said this, because I know that they're recounting the story, but it's pretty silly. I would have thought it would have just been like Miller just like doing a tape recording, talking about himself, but it seems like these are actually like recorded conversations as well, and I like how the sound quality in the voices is definitely reflective of using cassette tapes.
Don't forget to give the MSF staff assignments. Where you place people will determine how Mother Base grows.
Right.
That goes for me too. Assign me wherever you think is best.
You? I thought you were second in command.
Don't worry, I've got that covered. But MSF is still small, and I don't have the leisure of sitting around on my butt all day.
I see your point, but...
Not to brag or anything, but I kick ass at whatever job you gave me. Put me in the area you want to focus on developing most. I'll take real good care of the staff there.
Easy, cuz.
Cool. So that's about him. And then he's got like a lot more that he can talk about, even co-ops and special items that we pick up and everything. So I'll probably absorb this information off camera, but we at least got some about information just about me for both Miller and Paz, so that's really cool. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching. A brief little point at the end where we go over some tapes, but yeah, I'll definitely check out that stuff off camera, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you.